Are we doing this?
And we're waiting on you now.
I've already said it, man. Just do some cut and paste. Hey, Chad, what episode is this, Chad?
Episode number 119.
Whew. I've done the math. In one more episode, it'll be 120.
Then it will be at dance tempo.
Yes. So how's everybody feeling? It's been a while.
In a minute.
We just got back from College Station and Round Rock. They're in Texas, everybody. If you want to look them up on the map, you'll find them right below the sewer plant, which is Dallas. Anyway, we're have a wonderful couple of shows. And since we spoke to you last, we didn't have Eric last week. You probably noticed that we have Captain Slick back in the chair. Welcome back, Cancun.
Thank you.
Eric Cancun Hughes. How was your trip?
It was lovely. The weather was great, and people are great down there. And actually, some friends of mine that are from Texas, but were living in California, that are moving back to Texas, were actually at the same resort. So we got to hang out with them.
Complete surprise, right?
I had a complete surprise. Yeah. They posted a picture on social media, and I was like, that's the same beach that we're at. And texted him, and he's like, yeah, we're here. So we all got together and had a nice time.
We missed you. Chad had to do somersaults, and he had to say, grinding. So anyway, welcome back. So that's good. Glad you had a good time. I know your students missed you, too. There was a lot less rhythm in the state since you were gone. So, Chad, how are you feeling this morning? You were you got kind of lit last night, huh?
Yeah. That one beer and the one shot I had.
You're lightweight now.
I'm like, yeah. I got woken up. I think they're painting upstairs, so I got woken up a couple times. But other than that, not too bad.
Yeah. Got easy drive last night. No, except for the we ran into there's a competition for number one road wanker, and we had. Think this is native to Texas, but they live in the left-hand lane, and they just don't want to. And it's just mind-boggling how you can see the traffic just backing up behind these. And since it's Tuesday really, but since it's a Sunday, I'll go eat. But it's cocksuckers just driving at it's just maybe the speed limit or maybe under it, and so dangerous too on those roads when you're doing 80 and you're flying around. So, but back to the clubs, man, it's so good to see everybody. Looks like people are coming out. Vaccinated. They're out. They're confident. That was so nice to see. At College Station, we saw a bunch of people we haven't seen in maybe 2 years, and it was graduation night. So a lot of the people that we've been playing for are getting ready to get up and get out. So nice to send them off, and just the bar, back to full. I think the last time we played there, they were understaffed.
Yeah.
Because it was a ring, or whatever it was whatever the occasion was, all the students called in or whatever. But man, they were full force last night, and or Friday night, what a joy.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really, really fun time. And
it was Parents' Weekend last time, which is for everybody. I need time off.
Mm. Yeah. They were slinging a new drink up there apparently on a Friday.
Yeah. Called
Irish Screw.
Irish Screw, very good. It's Screwball whiskey and Bailey's, and so I think last time we had mentioned that we're going to be working with Screwball whiskey, peanut butter whiskey, and saying it doesn't inspire confidence. It doesn't conjure up many run out and buy it. But I'm telling you something, there's something, they've done something right, because every single person we talk to, and it doesn't matter if it's a whiskey connoisseur, if it's a, street drinking whore, if it's a, whatever it is, it's just, the people are going crazy for this thing. So anyway, it's nice to be this guy, Jake Skolnick, out in San Diego, a friend of ours. It was nice of him to reach out. And so we'll be doing some of that stuff. They're going to send some products so the lads will be able to have some, try some Screwball whiskey here coming up. And the coffee is going to be here. That was another thing all over the weekend, people asking about the coffee, which is, we're delighted. So if you're a new listener, welcome. But we do have our own Blackguards Brew coffee coming out. The reason why it's not here is they had a problem with the label up in Omaha. So we should be getting our coffee this week, and we will have it this weekend. And this week, where are we, Chad? Where are we this weekend?
We are at Ashford Pub in Houston.
Yes.
That is our living room, essentially.
Friday.
And then we got a private party on Saturday. And then, Houston Botanic Garden on Sunday.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So if you are in or around Houston, so the adult show will be Friday and Saturday. So Friday at the Ashford, that's going to be a fun one. We're going to do a little bit harder edge rock and roll show on Friday. We haven't seen them in a long time, so there's going to be some fur flying in that room. And then Sunday is an all ages. It's going to be a afternoon gig, and just the surroundings and the venue. Good old Alan Hill called us up and put us on that. So just thrilled to be doing that. That's going to be good. So again, it reminds me of last night, which would be your Saturday at the Cork and Barrel. We had just a bunch of kids waiting for the music to start, and boy, as soon as it started, the thing just lit up. Just like opening the cages, the monkey cages at the zoo, and just sending them out flying. So that's what I think Sunday is going to be like.
So I wanted to say about that Botanical Garden show is that it, like you said, it is afternoon. Let me turn this off. It is afternoon. It is family friendly, and the price of the ticket to get in includes not only our great music and entertainment, but also you're allowed to visit the grounds and tour the grounds and stuff like that. So they worked out a deal with the Botanical Gardens to include one price admission for everyone to get in, and there will be some food there, some beer vendors, some soda pop vendors. So there's enough for everyone to go around and have a good old time on Sunday.
Yeah.
And this is a sort of a new place, right?
The place is, I think the gardens have been there for a while, but now they wanted to try to get some more people to come out, especially now that things are opening up. And I talked with Alan about it at length, and he originally wasn't going to do it, but he put the mafia with him, with these companies that want to book concerts. He keeps getting, every time he gets out, he keeps getting pulled back in. So he was happy to do it and talk with them and get them on the right path. And of course, they hired us, so of course they're on the right path. Yeah. But it should be a fun show. Yeah,
very fun. Cork and Barrel in Round Rock has that's about as picturesque of as a pub you're going to get. It's just stunning what they've done with that place, and it's still got that new car smell. And it's a young business, but they've done so well with their staff and their management team, and down to the parking's not great, but that doesn't seem to stop. That they've put a shuttle in now, and they're bringing people on an air conditioned bus from back. I mean, it's just it seems like they've really done their homework on this thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just delighted to get in there in the ground floor. They've had really good entertainment too. They haven't been a lot of places, Moe's, kind of fall prey to this. They open up and they go, we're going to be the biggest thing ever. And they hire every band that walks through the door. And that's fine if you want your attendance and your essentially the music to go up. You're never going to appeal to every taste. And I hate those bands that try to do it. That try to, this is a punk rock song, this is a pop song, this is a rap, and do what you do what you love. And if you love all that stuff, that's cool. I'm just saying, when you get that band that's trying to do everything, they know a little bit, they know enough. As my good friend David Lee Roth would say, they know enough to get into trouble and about halfway out. So it's just torture when you go there on a Friday night and you see a good band, and Saturday night's a crap band, and then you lose the confidence of the not only the punters but your staff too. So we were talking about that last night, just with some of the places that we played in the past. One that stands out, I think that was the consensus. And this is before Eric, but Eric, I know you've had many experiences like this, where you go in and the staff are just jaded. They just they do not want any music, and they don't know what you do, and they couldn't give a fuck what you do, and they don't want to know. But we Chad and I were discussing last night. The one that I think that's, if it's not the most prominent in our memories, for all the wrong reasons, was the Sherlocks in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
We were coming home from a tour, and we had done, I think it was a 2-week run, and we played just about every single night. We were kind of tired, and we were close to the fraying edge, and we were playing that show on a Sunday, late afternoon, and we were, going to do the show and then pack up and drive back to Houston, which is not a horrific drive, but it's taxing when at the end of a 2-week tour, blah blah blah. So we come into the club, and we're. The stage is behind the pull down big screen. That's the side for pull down, everybody. And the game is on. There's some game. There's some Nancy boys with little stars in their helmet running around, screaming. And the few people that were in the club were arms folded, sitting at the bar, staring at the big screen. Just every single one of them wanted to just jump off a cliff. But it's Oklahoma, no cliffs. So we proceeded to. Hey, where's the band set up? And they seriously point and grunt, and just could not have been less welcoming. They could not have been, and they could not, they no interest in music, in any sort of entertainment. It ended up being a shit night. We had people come out, that to see us. We'd never played in that neck of the woods before. People come out to see us, and they all said the same thing. They're all like, "What the hell? What's wrong with everybody?"
Yeah. Well, they made them wait. They made everybody wait like 2 hours or whatever it was. Yeah. So because the manager just had to see the game, and the main thing, he was total dick. And I just remember he was obviously a Tony Romo fan, because he was just walking around shouting "Romo" at the top of his lungs the whole time. He was so fucking annoying. All I remember is him. I don't remember interacting with the bartenders or waitresses or anybody.
All that said, we have a ton of stories like that, but those places that don't pay any attention to detail as far as entertainment goes, or as far as you got to make your staff happy. If you walk in the door and your staff's in a shit mood, your night's fucked. I mean, everybody is gonna. So we try to do the same. We try to be welcoming. We try to be, all our stuff is upbeat. Even our songs about, killing and, dying and all that stuff. I mean, it's just, they're all still pretty tongue in cheek, and there's still but it was just, like I say, to especially Round Rock. We saw a bunch of people at O'Bannon's on Friday night that we hadn't seen in a long time, and that was great to see them out. But Round Rock, especially because we had played for so many years in Austin. And to have the lights go out there and no place to go, and then to see everybody, confident, vaccinated, out on Saturday, that was a big thing. A lot of people Eric for that they hadn't seen us play with Eric before too. They were very, very impressed. And then of course Baby Bucks. We had Baby Bucks as well. We had Chris Buckley on the fiddle, and so he had been our fiddle player for so long and played so many shows. And his family came out too, and we hadn't seen them for it really was. It was a magical weekend. I drink to
a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I it blows my mind how many so many of our friends who came to see us last night there in Round Rock have been around since pretty much the very beginning. Like as soon as the very first night we played at Fido, some of these people were there, and they're telling me stories about things that happened like back in 2006 or 7. I'm like, wow, I have no memory of any of this, but it's cool. There was an old friend of ours, Aunt Jeannie, I think Aunt Jeanette brought her. I said, was it both of their daughters? I can't remember. But they brought their kids in. Fido wouldn't let them actually come in the pub, so they were standing in the alleyway, which I guess it was right next to the stage. I think it was before they built the backstage. It was probably in the middle. And we turned our microphones to face them in the alleyway and sang Rocky Road to Dublin to the kids in the alleyway. I'm like, clearly this is like one of the coolest things we ever did at Fido, and I have no recollection of this at all. But
like I said,
yeah, right? Yeah, one Michelob Light and I'm gone.
There we go.
Ultralight, come on.
Ultralight.
Trying to be cool for the kid.
But yeah, there was hugs, there was handshakes, there was the masks were off for most of the night, and it's just this wonderful sense of finally getting back to normal.
Yeah, Yeah, and then but people would go into the club and they put their mask on and they were just, so what? That's how it was good. Just really, really good.
As Adam Law, my friend Adam pointed out, he's lived all over the States. He's back in Austin now. So he pointed out that if you notice that the Austinites are relaxed about the virus situation, that things are pretty good because Austin is extremely liberal and has been taking this thing very seriously. So when they're relaxed, I think we're okay.
Yeah. Eric, is there a memory that comes to mind of that kind of a club? Where you just walk in and you just know it's going to be hell.
It's funny you say that because when I was talking to my buddy down in Mexico, he mentioned this fiddle player that somehow managed to be hired to play fiddle for the orchestra for when Stevie Wonder came to town. I'm not sure if it was here or out in California, but this was years ago. A buddy of mine called and said, "Hey, are you free on Saturday?" I said, "Yeah, sure. Who are we playing with?" He's like, "Well, you're playing with a guy named Hayden Vetera, who's a fiddle player. In some kind of sort of big band like I can't remember the name. Anyway, it's fine.
It wasn't Vallejo, was it? What? Vallejo?
Yes, yeah. Vallejo.
Yeah.
Vallejo, he played for them. And he was doing like the solo thing. So it was me and Vance, the bass player, Hayden, and some other guy. And of course, it's some strip mall bar in Round Rock. Not to besmirch Round Rock, but this is fucking 15 years ago or whatever it was.
Back when it was a field.
Yeah, and we get there and it's just some shitty bar, and like you guys, big screen is down and it's the Longhorns playing fucking Oklahoma probably or somebody big. It was a Saturday night thing, and that game is usually played in the daytime. But anyways, so we walk in there and they say, "Yeah, you can't start till after the game is over." So I was just like, "Fuck, this is gonna be a long night." And it's a band that I never played with before. I don't know any of the songs or what's happening. And Hayden's completely shit-faced. And so the goal, and his girlfriend was there, so the goal was to try to sober. So now he had time to kind of sober up before the show started, which I don't think he did because he's like, "I got all this free time. I'm going to keep on drinking." His girlfriend's trying to feed him food, and the other guy, the guitar player guy, is trying to get him to calm down. And I turned to Vance, I go, "Why the fuck are we even here? Why are we doing this?" "Well, they called me for a gig." And so we ended up playing supposed to start at 10. I think we started at midnight and played till like 1:30 and we were done. It was totally fine. But, just the fact that you can't start till after the game is over. And of course, once the game was over, the entire audience left. And like Chad, I don't recall having any interactions with anybody at the club. But if you're not really a live music venue, if you're going to preempt the band by watching a fucking football game.
Yeah. Well, we've had a place do that was trying to posture themselves as a music venue. They had a really nice room and a really nice stage. This was up in was it Conroe? I'm trying to remember because it's out there, gone now. So this may have been one of the mistakes that led to their demise. But they booked us, and it was a big deal. We had a lot of friends up in that area who were really, really excited about this show because we hadn't played, north of Spring and ages. So we got there, and it was the same thing. It was an Astros game. It was during the playoffs. I mean, to be fair, it was a big deal for Houston at the time because they were in the World Series. But they made us wait till the freaking game was over, and everybody who showed up there was there to see us. Half of them left, before we started because they couldn't wait. They had babysitters. They had to go fucking home. Yeah. And by the time we started, it was just like all the energy had kind of been sucked out of the room, and it was a real damn shame. And of course,
on top of that too, we're on the stage and we had, when I say sound checked, we had waited till, and I kid you not, we waited till the commercials before we could make any noise. So then we're on the stage, and the manager would keep going by, and he'd be like, don't make any noise. And then, this is a fucking game. You're not watching, this isn't, we're not watching farming or, we're not watching bird watching.
Your eyes will give you the play-by-play. You don't need to have somebody fucking telling you what's going on.
I know, yeah.
And there's plenty of pubs that have done that too, where they leave the game on, but they turn the sound off, and that's fine. It works out great. People would cheer, and we're like, "What? Oh, okay, yeah."
No, we accept your reply.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
At every moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to leave the anyway. And some clubs learn that the hard way. Some clubs never learn that at all.
Well, speaking of clubs that we like, I have heard that the Continental Club in Austin is opening up at the end of this month.
Good.
So that's good news to hear.
That is very good news.
They decided to go ahead. I know they're going to open up Sea Boys first, but I think they decided to do both kind of at the same time. Although I think Sea Boys might already be open. So anyway, might get a chance to get up there and maybe do a slot at some point.
Yeah, we have to get it. It's just like I said, it's been so long, and it's just so great to see everybody back out yesterday and Saturday, Friday. We've missed everybody because a bunch of these people too, keep in mind, have come to Ireland with us, a few times. So we get to we know them at a different level, than you do from just seeing it, because you really do you bond on these trips. And what the really fun thing to see, and we've said this many times before, but is to see the people that have met thanks to our trips, and and these stuff, and you see these people, these tables, running at each other and hugging and talking. And where do I? Oh yeah, that's right, they met at the. So it really is. It's a small world, but it gets a whole lot smaller when you get to when you get to introduce these people and have. It was this weekend. This weekend is up there with some of my favorites. It was really exciting and fun, and
it was all the right notes of reassurance and I don't know, reunion, especially after having a week off, to be able to dive back into it with shows like that. It was like, yes, okay, we're back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we played all the right notes, but it was the right notes of reunion and seeing people.
Right. Yeah. I would say last night was a bit better than the night before, as far as that's concerned.
Well, I have to say it's really boring playing all the right notes. That's why I take some.
Fair enough.
So yeah, we're gonna be the coffee on the site here coming up. We're gonna have we're gonna be bringing it to all our shows too. So if you can catch a show, come out, and it really is. It's a great coffee to start. We're never gonna peddle shit, but the nice thing is too. It's you feel good about you're giving back by drinking this coffee. And people that need a cup, get a cup. And we're, so, and then the Screwball whiskey, that's going to probably kick in. They're trying to break into Texas, and we're going to do our damnedest to get it out there. So we'll be doing some, we'll be tagging along with some Screwball here coming up. I mention it because it's shocking to me that anybody, I thought when they said peanut butter whiskey, I thought, nah. And then I heard it again. I was like, well, yeah, some people, but it really does. It seems like everybody that we've talked to has said, no, they've done it right. So
I was just going back to see if I could find Mike's text. Mike McAloon, our former drummer, who left us to go work at Republic Distributing in Houston, who's now he's back working at HEB. But while he was working at Republic, as soon as he found out that we were about to start working with Screwball, he texted me and said, "Screwball, they're awesome." I can't remember what he said, but he said they always took really good care of the employees at the warehouse and just hooked them up with stuff, and they're just a really cool company from everything I've heard about them so far.
It's not only a good company in that they take care of that, but during the pandemic they had donated, I forget how many millions, but they had donated to the bartender, to the club fund. They have so they do a lot of charity work, and they're one of these people. We'll put a link on this, but you should check out their story. It's short and it's watchable and it's enjoyable.
Okay.
They have they're from San Diego, and Jake Skolnick that signed us up. He books some shows out there. So we're talking about going back and seeing the field in San Diego and seeing hopefully playing some other venues and some festivals out there. So, I would definitely I would recommend you check them out. It's a good story, and I'm looking forward to introducing to some people to it. So what are we doing today, Eric? You're brunching?
Yeah, it's my least favorite word in the English language, but I figured Go out and have some mimosas.
Sounds good.
Where are you going, Chad?
Nowhere. If the rain stops, I might go for a walk.
That's the best time to go for a walk.
But I'm definitely going to pull down the tracks. You mentioned there were some moments you want to review from the show last night, so I'm going to pull down and do a quick multi-track mix of Saturday night show. I will discreetly not mix the Friday night show. So I think we only recorded half of it anyway. What'd you say, Eric?
I think Friday night show got recorded, did it?
Well, the first set.
Yeah.
I think it was the second set we didn't record. I can't remember.
Second set didn't record. The third, but it was fun. I think there was a ton of energy in that room, and Friday and Saturday, it was just like I say, there was so mmany moments of joy because people come out that we hadn't seen in a while, but there was also there was just a big energy in the room, and seeing people react like that was fantastic. It was just a memorable weekend. So the thing is that we're not playing these intricate, these proggy, crazy. We're delivering a good time, and it's whatever we played worked both nights. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just thinking, one of the things I always really love about O'Bannon's is how quickly that room can fill up, because we have the kids, they're well trained, they know when to be there. And so sometimes it used to be, and sometimes in the old days, people, and it still happens too, they'll claim their table ahead of time, so they'll be sitting there waiting for us to start. But sometimes the room may seem kind of quiet at first. I'm like, oh man, where is everybody? And then we kick in the first song, I turn around, and all of a sudden everybody's there. The room can fill up, in a moment's time, and it's they know what they're doing.
I think they posted it, but you can go on O'Bannon's site and see we did the war hymn, and they did the pan of the room. Mm. It's just, that's always something to behold. It doesn't matter if there's 20 people in there or if it's packed to the gills. That was something to be.
Yeah.
So I direct you to this weekend. This coming Friday, we're back at the Ashford, and if Pam is cooking, you're going to get some of the best food on the planet, and we're going to do a rock and roll set, a pure rock and roll set on Friday, and then Saturday we got the private party, and Sunday is the family friendly, botanical garden. So everybody, come out and see us. It's the weather's supposed to be gorgeous as well for Sunday, so we're really getting spoiled. We drove through rain in Round Rock to the Cork and Barrel, and we got there, and it could not have been more perfect. They even turned the misters on for a little while, the sprinkler, the little misting system to keep people cool. And after people were like, hey, we're getting cold. It was just a great night. And
yeah.
Oh, and also don't forget too, we're going to Omaha, and we're inviting you all to come along with us. We had a couple of people sign up last night. We'll have the link on there, but that's shaping up to be another wonderful event. I know Sienna's working really hard, and June's behind her going, hey. So it's going to be that's going to be really, really fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's really, really fun. So yeah, we're making plans for you. I don't want to tell you how to live, but I just did.
Yeah.
So why don't we go? Let's take care of everything. I'm going to go. Looks like it's raining hard enough. I'm going to go run in it.
There you go.
Chest it. But listen, I don't care what was played. I think you guys, I think, and Chris just played out of our minds. The energy was it's just unmatched.
Yeah.
And we gained a lot of. My favorite was, it was about 8:00. Couple comes up and they go, "What time do you start?" I go, 10. We're already like sound checking and at O'Bannon's, and they go, "Oh well, yeah, we were hoping to see you, but I guess we'll try to catch you next time." And 11:00, I look over at the table. They're like, "Yes." Hammered. So I know that we met a lot of new friends. So very, very good. So. Yeah. Enjoyable, and thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for telling, sharing it and doing what you do. And hope to see you all next week on Slampercast.
All right, y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
Cheers.